violate the codes of the streets, and I would never make a promise that I know I couldn't keep, and I would never take the fire cap off for a plea or surrender information on my boys to the police, and you could never catch me on the block without a strap, and I would never pull it out unless I'm out the black, and I would never forget my homies died for they scratched the elbow pole, and I live for you all to the black, and I would. I see y'all out there, man. I want y'all to know one motherfucking thing. I would never, ever, violate the codes of the streets, and I would never make a promise that I know I couldn't keep it. This is a bad song with the dismissal. Take the music with some shit. It's in the chair, checking in. Now I see cold in the sea. We talk about the bad girls. I would never violate the codes of the seas. Would never speak nor show the answer to my enemies. If I say that I'm with you, will complete you. You better believe that like bad luggage, we'll never leave. And my poor child, never say that I never will vote. Because sad to say, that we ain't never had a she rolls, or I can never say how it's gonna go. One thing for sure, two things for certain. They're gonna shut a motherfucker like us, they're about to kill us, close up in the casket. Read the three verses, close the motherfucking curtains. Never be said I wear like a hoe. Never be caught. Never let it slide. Never let it go. Never ever, no. Get on my level home. I'm going to the side hoes. It's never been a question for my man. Will I get down? I never switch. Never speak. Never sit down. I never hesitate to squeeze a nigga 6 rounds. I never squat to take a piss. Who's the bitch now? I would never put talking over politics, Christian or our people. I would never sit on my soul. Never put bullshit in business and never place good for the evil. See, God was told to die before we decided. Committed to be a captain and killed before being capitulated. And now when people pushing the shit to the motherfucking limit, and we motherfucking trouble with a pistol without no hesitation. I will carry the cover to my last hour, to my last goddamn war. And whenever you do videos here, at 4:35 a.m. in 1969 Chicago on the 74. Never. I never wait, I never win, I ain't never scared. It's in my bloodline, the realest nigga never bred. And that's some of the realest shit that I never said. And I can jump to do my lyrics, I ain't never did. I never disrespect my mama, never disrespect my mama. I never turn my back on Jesus. I never get caught off in the system, I believe him. Man that follows me, ain't a man, and I'm a leader. I will never cross my comrades. Never forsake our fight for freedom. Let me listen to my second verse. Let me say it again just in case y'all want to listen. I will never be profitable politics plus the law. I will never betray membership with the UAP. Never betray the Black Panther Party. And never bow down and allow the living to defeat my enemies. Never. I will pass the curve, my birth is not power. This is my curve, and my prison time. And would it be, but whatever it is, if I take the legacy, whatever it be, not on my watch. It would have never happened. Never. Never gonna sugarcoat my nigga. I could never trade. I never cross my homies out. That ain't how I made. And I never hit now from the brick or how I was raised. I'm from the ghetto where I suffer and every day. Never knew no other way. This thing will never change. Never go bite my tongue. Fuck what a nigga say. 100% I swear to God I stay the same. And when I thought they got my paper, I was on my game. Never talking, never down. Do your thing, dog. Never hit the dude to try. That's the same, dog. Get your motherfucking money. That's the thing, dog. Too many homies die, y'all. Feel my pain, y'all. October 23rd, 2016. All rooms leave Oakland, California. Lonely Lakes Black Panther Party. Protected, respected, and never.
All right, y'all. Hey, everybody. Welcome to my channel. I'm your host, Sexy Pieces, aka Sexy Bags. Woo! So there's a lot of stuff going on in this R. Kelly case, man. Is they gonna finally let this man go or not? I really want to know, and I know y'all want to know in the chat as well, because we came in here together, and guess what? We gonna lead together. Okay, okay. Hey everybody! Hey! Let me shout y'all out because I see y'all in the building. Hey Angela Gibson. Hey Kimberly. Hey Miss Gina. Shout out to Miss Gina. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, girl. Your girl was up in here back in Chicago, y'all. Back in Chicago getting that good rest. You know what I'm saying? I had to make sure Zaddy was straight because you know he be complaining or whatever. We here getting that good. Yes, your girl is back with some more silly, some more funny, some more everything, and definitely all of me. Okay, I am not going to be diluted or watered down for nothing and nobody because what got me here is just being me. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't gonna switch them gears up now. No, Siree Bob, not I. No, no, no. Don't ever think that for 1 second, you guys. I am here with y'all. I came here with y'all, and I'm gonna leave out with y'all. Okay, we gonna look together. Now, with that being said, thank you again, Miss Gita. I appreciate you, honey. Yes, I got your email. Yes, yes, yes. Shout out to Araya. Shout out to Gospel Glam. Jay Free back, y'all. Carol Mason in the building. Lovely Keita. Sherrod Ford. Regina White. Tiffany Only, please. Mrs. Dunkins. Sandra Forkels. Shaniqua Town Business. Let's see. Clean Black Sneaker. Hey, boo. Common Sense in the building. Let's see. Beverly Nixon, Marie Dubois, Felicia Fee, gone girl, you got my name. What's up, Fee Boo? Sweet lady, Kiana Channel, my day one is in the building. Sheila Ragland, my motherfucking big mama, my godmother is in the building. You're okay. So with that being said, without further ado, to the ones that is day one and always true. Okay, we're gonna get this information out to the people because we the people. We the people. And shout out to Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. for blessing my platform and bringing his legacy over here. And I really, really appreciated him. I humbly just enjoyed his whole vibe, y'all. I mean, I love the way he speaks. Talk just like his daddy, y'all. He talk fast like his dad. He looked just like his dad. And I just want to say salute to you, my brother, wherever you may be today on this beautiful Tuesday. We call it Taco Tuesday up here. So, shout out to y'all. I see you, Ruby Lucky. I see Miss Wanda, Lil Mac, Mickey getting my change. Okay. Now, we had discussed in the past, y'all, okay, about some information that was being leaked out about R. Kelly, and then it was brought to the judge's attention, and it was said that, if this information comes out that is true, that somebody in the official was releasing information to the public that they shouldn't have done illegally, that this case will be thrown out. So with that being said, I want to know, is this case about to be thrown out? Because it has been confirmed that an official had leaked out this information. So I'm going to read the article, but I'm also going to play the article, okay? So I don't know what I want to do first. Do I want to play it or do I want to read? I love to read. Reading is so fundamental, and I just love the way I sound when I'm reading because I'm just so intelligent. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, with that being said, I see you, Miss T, in the building, my sister. Say yes, Tasha K is in trouble behind R. Kelly. We already known this to be a potential thing to happen because Tasha K was getting a lot of information. But see, that's why I say ride your own way, do your own thing. Don't move with everybody because everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. When it get real, nigga, I got you. If it's fucked up, it get fucked up. And I think it's fucked up. And when it's fucked up, it is fucked up, y'all. Okay, so with that being said, it's getting real out here. So anyway, let me just read this quick article to you guys. Now they want me to. Okay, okay, thank you. Take me back. Okay, so it says ex-prisons officer suspected of leaking R. Kelly's jail communication to blogger. Federal records has proven this. Now the feds is up on it, y'all. They got why do people want to mess with the feds? First of all, because we already know they don't play fair. They're not to be played with. You know what I'm saying? But again, the feds only really always win their cases because people be pleading and stuff. But see, if you ain't done nothing and you innocent, then you ain't got to worry about pleading. You take it to the 12. You feel me? Shout out to R. Kelly taking it to the 12, baby. Take it to the 12. Like my baby took me to the O. Take it to the 12. Take it to the 12. Okay, I see you, sweet lady. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Regina. Thank you, Pernell. Shout out to you, Pernell. Prince Charles, one love. Hey. Wow, it's all fucked up. I'm trying to tell you, Big Mama, it's fucked up. When it's fucked up, it gets fucked up. Kimberly Nicole say, why did they publish her name? Where's her mugshot? Mrs. Wonders, facts, okay? Facts on facts. Now, so that's what that. Now, here's the article. It says R&B superstar R. Kelly had been locked up at Chicago's federal jail for months. This article actually came out today. In case you guys are wondering the date of the publishing of this article, it was published today, the 7th of September, 2021. Okay, this ain't nothing old. This is all new, but we gonna bring that new. We might even go back down memory lane a little bit. Just give it a little bit of time. I promise you don't want to miss this live. Hey, Miss J. The Lace Mon collection. Ready Red is in the building. Okay. Now let's go. So R&B superstar R. Kelly had been locked up at Chicago's federal jail for months when a popular YouTuber touted an inside scoop on the singer's tumultuous relationship with two girlfriends still living in his high-rise apartment. Apparently wanting to keep the women in his camp, Kelly allegedly had a friend bring $1,500 in cash to the Trump Tower to help pay their bills. Blogger Tasha K said in an exclusive video posted to her YouTube channel in November 2019. Now, I like when I read it said allegedly because we know a lot of people are saying that they did stuff on R. Kelly's behalf, and that's why they have to throw that allegedly in there because it comes to find out he ain't had nothing to do with nothing. These people just love to throw people names and stuff, and this is a sad state and age for people to be clout chasing off other people's names. Man, where's the roof at? Raise your own roof, man. Okay, anyway. One of them, Joycelyn Savage, was angry. She's been kept off of R. Kelly's visitors list, according to Tasha K. And we do know that to be true. And we do know that the rat was on the thing and she flipped in the end when she had to get off the visitor list and put Joycelyn on the list. Okay. So anyway, let's continue with the reading. I don't want to get off the accuracy of the reading. One of them, Joycelyn Savage, was angry. She's been kept off of R. Kelly's visitors list, according to Tasha K. The other, Azriel Clary, had left the apartment and not come back, throwing Kelly into a tizzy, she said. How did Tasha K know all of this? Okay. Well, she wasn't telling. Yeah, there's a phone tap somewhere, and I'm not going to tell you where it's at, Tasha K told her viewers during the 39-minute video, which has so far collected more than 328,000 views. I have the plug. You got the plug, all right. You about to be plugged in into a facility near you. But anyway, I have the plug. I'm not going to tell you where I got the information from, but just listen to the damn information, okay? Oh, wow, that's how you was feeling, Tasha K. See, when you get up on them clouds, you got to learn how to stay humble, baby. Don't ever forget where you came from, baby, because I still love noodles and oodles. But anyway, I'm just saying. Now, it appears federal investigators allegedly know exactly how Tasha K was plugged in. Oh my God, when they investigate. And when they get you, they get you. Like y'all always say, when the feds come, the feds got you. Well, let's see what's going on because it looks like they got you, baby. It appears that they know exactly how Tasha K was plugged in. A federal search warrant recently unsealed in Chicago shows that agents seized a laptop from a U.S. Bureau of Prisons officer who was suspected of illegally accessing Kelly's recorded phone calls, emails, visitors log, and other restricted information during his stay at the Metropolitan Correctional Center on the West Van Buren Street. The female officer, who at the time worked as a disciplinary hearing officer at a federal prison in Wisconsin, accessed Kelly's records more than 150 times. What was you thinking? And what was you trying to do? But baby, to the one that is true, and we thank you over here at Pieces of the Puzzle, baby, for doing what you did, because what you did will get his case thrown out and tossed out, and baby, they ain't gonna be able to use this against this man, because you cannot do what was done. That is illegal under every term of the word illegal. So shout out to the officer. Baby, I don't know if that was a strategic move. I don't know if the feds knew they didn't have a case and they had to use one of their own to throw them under the bus a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just to get ahead. You know how the game go. I'm just saying, allegedly. Anyway, so let me go back up a little bit and get all the way through this content without any interruptions, okay? Because you know I'll be with the jokes. So anyway, the female officer who at the time worked as a disciplinary hearing officer at a federal prison in Wisconsin, didn't even work in Chicago. She worked in Wisconsin now. Access to Kelly's records more than 150 times in 6-month period in 2019. Even though the officer was not assigned to the MCC and had no official reasons to be looking them up, according to the 24-page document obtained by the Tribune. The officer, identified only as Officer A, also emailed herself a 12-page scan of Kelly's jail records, according to an affidavit from an investigator with the U.S. Justice Department Inspector General's office. Lord have mercy. The officer retired in 2019. Oh, you want to quit. Oh, you let some shit come between you, and now you want to quit. You don't have to take that from me, right, baby? I took that, got that, spit that. Anyway, so the officer retired in December 2019, according to the affidavit. She has not been charged yet. Okay, you know the investigation is still ongoing, so they don't get you right away, baby. They make it look like you good. That she probably watching this commentary and she's like, what do I do next? Let me just give you a little insight on what to do. Don't call nobody, don't email, don't text nobody, don't talk to nobody. Get you a lawyer and shut the F up, because baby, you gonna need one. Don't text nobody, don't talk to nobody, because the moment you say something, baby, you are being watched, followed. You are a microscope right now. Everything you do is watching you. So, honey, that's all I gotta tell you. And I ain't trying to look out for you because you look. No, I gotta tell you this because you looked out for Kels, and I don't know if you realize it or not, baby. But now they got confirmation. It is said if they can find out that is true, that accusation went out there, and if that is true, they have to release Robert Sylvester Kelly. So, let me look at my time because I got time today. Look at my watch, I got time today. Yep, they should be letting Kells go, y'all. They should be letting Kells go. I'm just saying, okay? The unsealing of the search warrant comes in the middle. You hear me? In the middle of Kelly's racketeering trial in New York on charges alleging he was the head of a criminal enterprise that for decades recruited girls and young women and held them against their will to satisfy Kelly's illegal sexual appetite. He didn't have to do nothing illegal to satisfy no sexual appetite. That has been proven in the court. For y'all that's not in the court, I'm in the court. I'm one of the first ones in there, frontliners that's in the court. And I tell you, that man did not force nothing on nobody. He didn't even mess with young girls. He didn't do any of the things that he is being charged with. This stuff is just accusations that they threw out there, tried to make it stick, and that stuff just started falling off the wall like slime. Well, I'm talking about it was coming on down like the rain, y'all. When the rain come off, the paint wash off, and the truth will be revealed, and his truth is coming out. Kells didn't do it. So now let's see. So Kelly is identified in the warrant only as an inmate A, though he's baby. Wait, okay. Though okay, baby. Well, I mean, you know, I'm just saying, baby. I'm just saying, you know, we can't be putting all that good. I can't share my good thing. You know what I'm saying? Baby, what's going on? Let me see. Get you a robe. I don't give a damn where you at. Shoot. Anyway, Kelly is identified in the warrant only as inmate A, though he's described as a nationally organized celebrity whose criminal case has received media attention. Sources confirm the investigation and videos referenced in the federal document lineup with Kelly-related videos posted on YouTube. In an email statement Tuesday, a BOP spokesman wrote the Bureau could not comment on issues pending investigation for privacy, safety, and security reasons. They can't comment. Well, you better get you a PR out here and go hire Daryl Johnson. That's a matter of fact. Go get Daryl Johnson and tell Daryl you need him to be your crisis manager right now. Because I think the FBI needs a crisis manager. Would you agree that the FBI need a crisis manager? Tell them to go get Dirty Daryl. Anyway, the documents offer a glimpse into the unbribed cottage industry that has sprung up on social media since the allegations against Kelly exploded in 2019 with the Lifetime docuseries Surviving R. Kelly, which I say Surviving the Lies, but I'm just saying Surviving R. Kelly, which eventually led to federal indictments in Brooklyn and Chicago, as well as similar charges in Cook County. Since then, Kelly supporters, woo, 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 Kelly supporters in the building. Where Kelly supporters? Is y'all in the building or not? Shout out of y'all Kelly supporters. Put some hearts in the chat. Put some pieces of the puzzle in the chat. Put a brain and a mouthpiece in the chat, or even put a praying hand in the chat, or a high five, as they say. This is now considered a high five. So let's high five everybody if y'all Kelly supporters, because they is shouting y'all all the way out up in this one. So then, since then, Kelly supporters and the detractors have devoted countless hours on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, parsing every last detail of the singer's life and the charges against him. Yes, we had what they thought we wasn't. They thought Kelly was gonna walk the walk by himself, like the daddy said, I want him to walk the walk by himself. Just him, my daughter, and Tim's daughter. No, sir, Bob. No, sir. We want to walk with Kelly because we see the injustice. We know what injustice look like, because injustice for one is what? Injustice for all. You better know it, baby. When a South suburban woman posted Kelly's $100,000 bail in the Cook County's case in February 2019, she instantly became a hot topic of conversation, with some bloggers on social media calling for a boycott of the restaurant she owns, while others wrongly identified her as the operator of Southside Daycare. As the trial has been unfolding in New York, one blogger who posts under the name, I have to say it because it's in here, under the name Infamous Sylvia, has been using actors for read aloud from the trial's transcript, creating what she bills as role reenactment. But perhaps none of the gossip mongers has been as successful as Tasha K, whose celebrity news dispatches on the YouTube channel Unwind with Tasha K regular garner hundreds of thousands of views and presumably significant advertising dollars. The 39-year-old Atlanta-based blogger, whose real name is Latasha Kibi, often tours her videos as offering exclusive information and insight into Kelly world, with interviews of key players as well as updates on the allegations, including many that go far beyond even the most salacious details offered in court. According to the warrant, the warden of Chicago's MCC first reported to BOP Internal Affairs on November 22nd, 2019, that Tasha K had revealed some sensitive law enforcement information regarding the celebrity's identity as Kelly, including information that would have been known to BOP employees who have monitored inmates' telephone calls or accessed the recordings of those calls. The warrant mentions 3 specific videos posted by Tasha K that are all still publicly viewable on YouTube. Among them was a November 8th, 2019 video titled Exclusive New Kelly Enablers Revealed, where she appears to scroll through her cell phone while reading a summary of a recent call between Kelly and Savage that was recorded on the jail system. I got some explosive information, Tasha K says, after taking a sip of wine from a large goblet. So Rob called Joycelyn and she was crying hysterically. She said Azriel was leaving the Trump Tower and she was not coming back. Now, I told you I got an explicit plug, so this is all facts. Another video posted on December 22nd, 2019 was titled R. Kelly Released Emails proves he can't read or write, according to the affidavit. The 16-minute video, which has more than 512,000 views as of Tuesday, features Tasha K reading verbatim from emails Kelly purportedly sent from jail to Savage a month earlier, including details of how he misspelled the word high as high, H-A-I, rather than H-I. I'm not going to put it up here because this is considered somebody's private information or whatever, she says, using air quotes as she looks down at her phone. But you know my word, trust me. Kiwi could not immediately be reached for comment today. They are trying to reach out to Tasha K, y'all. They try to get her, y'all. Oh, Lord, they try to get her. But see, this is what happens when you're dealing with crooked people like the Savages and the Clarys, and they think you getting that firsthand information, and the moment she didn't do what they wanted her to do, what? Threw her all up under the bus. Oh, it was fire being shot after shot. I'm talking about it was like a ping pong session. They was going back and forth with each other, the Clarys and the Kiwi. Lord, have mercy, have mercy. But anyway, so a review of Officer A's log into the Bureau of Prisons Internal Information System, meanwhile, showed that the officer had improperly accessed Kelly's records 153 times between July 15, 2019, when Kelly first arrived at the MCC, and December 12, 2019, shortly before her retirement, according to the warrant. During that time, the officer also accessed and printed out Kelly's visitor's log and payments made into and out of his commissary account, which included the names of people sending money to Kelly while he was in jail, according to the warrant. Oh my God, what illegal stuff was going on up in there. If they don't freak out, I'm just saying, y'all, I'm just saying. On November 13, 2019, the officer sent herself a 12-page scan of Kelly's jail records from an official BOP email account to a Gmail address registered to her, according to the warrant. Oh my God, there's a warrant, y'all. The girl is going to jail. Anyway, among that information in that scan was a log of Kelly's emails, including some later divulged by Tasha K in her video blog. The warrant sought permission to search Officer A's desktop computer for any evidence of a crime, including any internet searches of R. Kelly, as well as financial transactions of discussions of payments with Tasha K. Baby, boom, they looking for you. Girl, I would hate to be Tasha K right now. Lord, just be who you are and be who you supposed to be. Don't try to be nobody else. I keep telling y'all, be who God created you to be. He made us equal. He made us individual in the likeness of him. He did not make us to be the same as nobody else. You know what's for you is for you. He ain't gonna give your blessing to me or Tasha K or nobody else for that matter. What's for you is for you. And y'all need to hold on to God's unchanging hand. I be trying to tell y'all, man, this is a spiritual warfare. God is not through with this case, y'all. He is not through with this case. OMG. So Tasha K, honey, if you don't know, baby, you under investigation. Tasha K, you are under investigation. I'm just here to let you know. Baby, don't you call nobody, don't you text nobody, don't you talk to nobody. Off air, on air, you best to never, ever share another link. Don't even try to delete your messages because they're going to go back and get all that stuff. I'm trying to tell you what I know. I'm going to tell you what they told me to tell me, what they told me when they told me what to tell you, which is, baby, you under investigation. Tasha K going down like the Titanic, y'all. This is serious, baby. You done did the wrong thing. You was releasing all that information. I know for a fact because I got the copy of the receipt showing you released this information to the public, especially his visiting record. You had his visiting log on there. You had his uncle on there. You had the people. I could pull it up. Let me matter of fact, let me just pull it up. You know I like to do show and tell. No, I ain't pulling it up. Hell to the no. I ain't going to jail for nobody. I'm sorry, I ain't gonna be able to do it, but I have a copy of it. That's all they need to know. So I ain't got nothing to do with this. I ain't trying to share this information. Lord, Tasha, you going to jail. And they said you was gonna go to jail. You let them people set you up all for a headline, all for an exclusive. Are you serious? I'd rather tell you last than to tell you first. It don't matter what place you come in. You can come in first, second, or third. I'd rather be third. My birthday the third anyway. I was the last born of my mama's children. I love being last. You know why? Because I get to see the mistakes that everybody in front of me make. Oh yeah, I don't. You ain't gonna see me coming on here every day trying to give y'all some commentary, trying to be number one. I want to be last. I was born last. I was born last. I don't mind being last. I'm just saying. Don't call me. Call your lawyer, Tasha K. You said you got your lawyer on speed dial. You was talking all that yin yang all at the side of your neck, baby. Let's see. What is it called? Emails leak. Let's see if I can find it. I don't want nothing. See, that's why I say people's all exchanging emails and sending each other stuff. Don't send me nothing, okay? I will do my own research. Now, stuff like this, send this to me, okay? Make sure I get this on a emergency basis so I get notification. And shout out to my subscriber who sent this to me because, baby, I can't take none of the credit for this information because, honey, I was in here sleeping, getting well rested. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been a long journey, y'all, a long journey. While I was up there in New York, I'm talking about I was getting up at 12 o'clock. I was sitting outside at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, just to get in for 9 o'clock, okay? Just to be one of the 8 people to get in. But by the grace of God, I ain't got to stand in line no more. Oh, Lord have mercy on my soul. But anyway, let's get back into what else was going on because I'm telling y'all, this is serious. And it sucks to be you right now. Ain't that what Beyonce said? It sucks to be you right now. Happy belated birthday, Beyonce. Your birthday was on the 4th. And shout out to Cardi B and Offset on their bundle of joy. They just brought in the world their baby boy. Okay, now she got her girl and a boy. Hopefully that is it. But I'm just saying, you know, hey, you get one or the other. You get one of both. You get both, boy and a girl. I don't think, you know, it's necessary to have any more children. But I'm just saying, Tasha K, just turn yourself in. Let me highlight that. Tasha K, just turn yourself in, girl. Tasha K. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know somebody in your camp reached out to me in 2019, baby, and I wasn't going. I told them no thank you, but no thank you, because I don't want to associate myself. I don't give a damn how big you is, what your numbers look like. It ain't never gonna be that serious. I don't want to clout chase off nobody because what's for me, baby, is for me. Hey, yes, I was never gonna lose my hyperness because this is what got me in the game. You know what you thought? Thank you, sis, for your hard work. Absolutely, the parents need to be locked up too. I think their time is coming to a very quick end, y'all, for real, because again, these people have done the unbelievable. But I do want to discuss a few things that did take place in the trial. Just to kind of like update you guys on some things that has happened in the trial this past week and the week before when I was up there in New York. As you can see, I am back in Chicago, Chicago. Shout out to Chicago, baby, and the people that live here and all the Chicagoans, man. You guys is lit. I love y'all city. I love the state of Illinois. It's just a beautiful place to be. And if you are here in Chicago, be prepared because there is a windstorm that is coming. I don't know what time it's going to ride, but I'm going to be inside when it do get here. I'm not about to get up. I don't like the cold. Me and the cold don't get along. But just going back over a few things. So I was looking at some previous videos, right? And I want to point out some stuff to you guys in case, you know, some things be flying over the cuckoo's nest. You know, we don't always catch it all. You know, I try to play Pokemon. I try to catch them all, Pokemon or whatever. So, you know, with that being said, you know, I really want to, see if I could, get this information out to you guys. I want to break down a commentary. I didn't like the media who had hold on one second, y'all. Let me get this 1 second, y'all. I didn't like the media who had you know, R. Kelly's family on their platform and basically asked the most dumbest question you can ask anybody. Okay, I'm back, here I am. So let me go to my previous videos so I can pull it up for y'all, because I mean, this to me was just a low blow, and you got to be just really dumb to even ask a question of this. So it was asked, hold on, let me pull it up. Here it goes. So they asked the question to are you going back to New York this week? Please like, share this, Jewel. Yes, thank you, love. Okay. Soliciting their own children, not only shameful, but child abuse. Yes. In Milwaukee, Wisconsin, we got hell come down today. Okay. Yes, that's where it's at. Milwaukee. There you go. There you go. Thank you. She won't be alone. More will unfold. Yeah, Tasha K, you know she ain't going down by herself. You already know she said she got the police on speed dial. She telling everything. Helen about to tell it, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, Petty Betty about to come out, and Helen fit to tell it. Seriously. So yeah, she will not be alone. Okay, so this is the interview that was done by Good Morning Britain, I guess. And you know they from Britain asked R. Kelly's daughter this particular question. So I'm gonna go over this interview with you guys, and I want y'all to hear some of these questions, and I'm gonna stop it and break it down for you guys. Okay? Let me just show y'all so you can see which interview.
Dealing with all this furore that's been erupting, particularly since the release of this film.
We're dealing with it as best as possible. I don't think that people have a clear understanding that we're dealing with two people here.
No,
there's
never.
R. Kelly, the persona, and then there's Robert, the person. Myself and my daughter, we're connected to Robert, the person. So it is very personal, him being my ex-husband and the father of my children. So it's difficult, but I think that it is needed. It's saving lives, it's changing lives, and we stand in the gap.
Andrea, how would you describe as someone who was married to him for 13 years, was it? How would you describe Robert the person?
Well, in the beginning, Robert the person, he was funny. He had the best mama jokes ever.
So this is, to me, where some of these alleged people took some of the statements about R. Kelly. They talked about how funny he is. They talked about, positive stuff about R. Kelly. Really nothing negative. The negativity you're going to hear where I suspect it come from, but let me just continue to break down this interview. It's a 9-minute interview, so please, you don't want to miss nothing, because right over here, you're going to get some pieces to the puzzle in the R. Kelly saga.
Started out as friends, and it evolved into a relationship. He was very broken. He shared intimate secrets with me about being abused as a child, dealing with illiteracy. Domestic violence was commonplace in his home. And the thing that drew us...
I want to pause that. She said domestic violence was commonplace in R. Kelly's home, and what drew them together was domestic violence and the commoncy of the domestic violence. But listen to her statement of what she's about to say, because like I said before, a lot of these people have been previously abused in their upcomings, and they're using what they've been through and turning it around on this innocent, to me, man. Okay, let's go.
Was the fact that my grandfather, who was a Baptist preacher, was the first time I ever saw a man put his hands on him.
So her grandfather was a Baptist preacher who used to beat on her grandmother. Okay, I want to make sure I'm breaking this down in the smallest denomination for anybody that may be illiterate, maybe have learning disabilities, don't comprehend that well. Over here, you're going to get it. I promise you, when you leave this channel, you're going to have more knowledge than you ever did when you came in, before you leave. I promise you. So her grandfather was the abuser.
Woman, he was abusive to my grandmother. So fast forward, Robert and I are in an abusive relationship. It's not foreign to me. It's what I know. It's
okay. She said being in an abusive relationship, fast forwarding to her and R. Kelly, it wasn't foreign to her because she allowed the abuse to take over her and never got the help that she needed. So it was foreign to her. So you hit upside her head. She didn't budge because she was used to getting beat up on, rather than going to find out and seek some help and get some type of therapy to realize, baby, ain't nothing normal about a man busting you upside your damn head. You better fight back or walk away, honey. Walk away in general, but also don't let nobody beat you up, honey. I'm sorry, I ain't gonna be able to do it where they do that at. But anyway, let's go.
I grew up in. It's what he grew up in. So being able to see the person rock.
She grew up in it. He grew up in it. Stop lying on him and speak for yourself, okay? Just like she about to speak for herself when they about to ask her a very crucial and critical question. And that's why I want y'all to pay very close attention to this interview, because you know me, I like to break it all the way down. Pieces of the puzzle, putting them together one piece at a time. Let's go, Andrea's puzzle.
The broken part of him, and then there's this persona who portrays this confident, in control man, which is the total opposite of what he is.
How do you feel?
She's speaking about herself, but anyway, listen to this question, y'all. Here we go.
Though, about the sheer magnitude of allegations, particularly involving very young girls in some cases, which have now bedeviled him. I know he's not been convicted of any criminal offence as yet, although it would appear that that may be coming sooner rather than later in terms of at least criminal charges. But how do you portray him in a very sympathetic light there, almost willingness to feel sorry for him in a way for the abuse he suffered or whatever.
Yeah.
But he seems to have perpetrated, I mean, there's so many allegations now. He seems to have perpetrated so much misery onto so many young women and young girls. How do you feel about that, and can you defend any of that?
Listen to her answer.
Well, first, I'd like to say there's a difference between portraying sympathy, which I do not portray. I portray understanding because I know him in such a way because I was married to him.
So now she understands him, and there's no sympathy for him. So there's understanding, but understanding equals sympathy. But anyway, Andrea, let you talk, honey. You didn't even know the words you was using.
Firm believer that just because you grew up in a household where abuse was prevalent and you were abused, it does not give you a free pass to be an abuser.
Well, then why did it give you a free pass to get numb to being abused? So you're not making no sense, honey.
I want to make that very clear.
You didn't be clear.
It's devastating and it's hard because I wear two hats. I sit here as not only a survivor, but also the mother of his children. So it's very difficult for me, but I also know my position, and I know that coming forward brings validity to these young women and young girls' stories. And being a mother, I could not say anything after 10 years of my life going by and thinking I've made it out of the storm, and then here come more allegations. And they ring true to my life. And me and these women, we don't know each other. So how could we have the same stories about the same man and not know each other? So again, my story is coming from that of understanding because I know his background, but it also comes from standing as a survivor and an advocate.
And let me just ask you directly, do you believe all these women who've come forward? Do you believe that he is a serial abuser of women?
Now that's a damn good question. Do you believe, Andrea Lee, I'm not giving you Kelly no more, Andrea Lee, do you believe these accusations, these series of allegations against Robert Sylvester Kelly, do you believe any of these alleged victims? That's a damn good question. Do she? Do y'all think she believes them? What's y'all answer before I press play? Do y'all think this Andrea Lee believes any of these women? I'm just saying, do y'all think she believes them? Because baby, she about to throw every last one of them under the bus. If you ain't heard this interview, she don't agree, and she can't agree because she don't know none of these women to agree with any of these women. Basically, she saying it ain't true, but let her tell you rather than me.
I believe that he is abusive. I can't confirm or deny these women's stories because, again, I have not lived it personally. All I can say is what rings true to me.
She said she cannot. She cannot confirm these women's stories. Get her off the screen right now. She just threw y'all under the bus and said she don't believe y'all. She can't confirm y'all's story.
My life, every experience is different. I wasn't there when it happened to some of these women, but what I can say, what rings true to my life is what I can speak on. I don't know the other women's background, so I don't know if they grew up in a household where domestic violence.
If they grew up in a house where domestic violence happened or not, the question is, do you believe them? And your answer is basically hell to the no. She don't believe these women. Oh my goodness. You're supposed to be able to agree with them based on the fact that you claim you went through what they went through. But now you can't agree with these women. Lord have mercy. Free R. Kelly. Free R. Kelly.
Commonplace as to why they may have ended up or stayed as long as they did, or, you know, I just can't speak to that. I can only speak to my truth, and my truth is what I survived. He was abusive to me, verbally, emotionally, physically, sexually, and as we stand today, he's financially abusing me.
That's what it was all about. She said he is financially abusing her. So it really ain't about no type of abuse. She more concerned about the financial abuse because she wants to elaborate. Well, he didn't stop my child support check the moment I came out and spoke up. He didn't stop your checks because of that. You stopped that man bag from being able to go receive money to be able to continue to pay you some money. So don't make it appear as if you did something and he tit for tat with you and he just stopped your financial. Girl, you was a financial bed bug. That's what she is. She's a financial bed bug.
He stopped paying child support when I came forward in June of 2018. So, you know, I can only speak to my story and what rings true to what I hear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing true, but she ain't getting no money. Throw the whole trick away.
I feel that something has to be done.
Well, you're extremely eloquent, and it must be incredibly difficult for you. Let me bring in your daughter, Joanne. Joanne, ultimately...
Now, I'm ready to slap, not him, but the lady interviewer for asking Joanne Kelly, do she love her daddy? Now, what type of question is that? Are we doing that for real? Like, come on, that's her daddy. Why would she not love her daddy?
This is your dad. I know you haven't seen him for quite a while, but this is your father that we're all talking about in a very unpleasant manner. How do you feel about this, about your father, and about what's been going on?
Well, particularly about the situation that is happening in the blogs and, you know, everything, all the allegations that are going around, it's very hard to digest because as a lot of people know in the post that I posted as far as my reaction to everything that's happening, that's still my father. It's a very hard situation to digest and even process because my heart is torn into two separate places. As my mother said, I don't want to confirm or deny anything that the women have been saying about my father or any of the rumors that have been going around throughout the years about my father. But as I said, I know him. He's my father. I grew up in that house to a certain extent. So I spent years in that house. And so it's very painful to see that all of these people are now being affected and have been affected by somebody who I do care about and have a very strenuous relationship with and is so close to me. So well, it's very Joanne, you say that, I mean, do you still love your dad? Do you feel like you have to defend him?
She said, do you still love your daddy? Throw that in. She should have been terminated, y'all. That's no different from calling a black woman a nigga. Terminate her for asking her, do she love her daddy? What type of mess is that? It's her dad.
I know that you were reported as calling him a monster, which you deny. Are you conflicted about your feelings about him as a young woman? I think you're 21 years old now.
Check her, Joanne. Check her.
Young teenage women, you would have grown up through those years hearing those allegations. What do you think of your dad right now?
I love him.
Right now, I mean, like I said, I'm very torn because at the end of the day, it's still family. He's still my blood. So yes, I do still love my father, and that is something that I want people to understand. I never came out and said what I said to make people feel like I hate him or I'm bashing him, because that's not it. But you have to, at the end of the day, be responsible for your actions, and I had to do what was best for me, and my family had to do what was best for them. And if my father is a toxic person, then unfortunately we just have to love him from a distance. There's no love lost, but I just had to separate myself.
Does he try and contact you?
No.
When did you last see him?
Honestly, it's been a few years since I've seen or spoken to him. I don't know exactly how long, but it's been a while.
She loves her daddy.
Listen, we really appreciate you both, Joanne. This must be agony to talk about, and it's your family.
Yeah.
You it's your ex-husband, it's your father. It's very, very difficult territory, this, obviously. I think you've spoken with great eloquence and grace today, and we greatly appreciate you taking the trouble to do that. And let's just hope that in the end, I guess, that justice is seen to be done wherever justice lies with this, because there are so many allegations. The film, I watched it, it's so devastating. It's hard to believe that all these women are making it up, frankly.
It's not hard to believe if you're in that courtroom. You heard mechanic break them all down.
Kelly, and let's just wait and see what happens and see where justice takes us.
I appreciate him, though.
Very much indeed for joining us.
He said, let's just wait and see what happens and see where justice takes us.
Thank you. We contacted our Kelly's
Listen.
lawyer, who told us that Mr. Kelly loves all of his children and would love to see them. The lawyer said that Drea's allegations were fully investigated and determined to be unfounded. This is the statement, by the way, by Child Services and the police.
Okay, so Child Services and the police, and under investigation, has said that all of Andrea Lee's accusations has not been founded. And if you miss it, I'm gonna go back and let her say it one more again.
Very much indeed for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. We contacted our Kelly's lawyer, who told us that Mr. Kelly loves all of his children and would love to see them. The lawyer said that Drea's allegations were fully investigated and determined to be unfounded. This is the statement, by the way, by Child Services and the police, and rejected by the judge during their divorce, and are without merit.
Which is fine.
And that's all I gotta say, y'all. Andrea Lee, she was under investigation, and all her accusations against Mr. Kelly has not been founded. Investigation has been closed on her accusation because they could not prove that lady was telling the truth from the lies. So basically, no charges against Kels when it comes to Andrea Lee, because she's just trying to hold on to something and get involved in all this mess. But this whole entire blow up scheme to take down R. Kelly is surrounded, not unfortunately, but it is what it is, by the savages, recruiting all the people around who used to talk to R. Kelly, who they communicated with, because again, everybody knows each other. I can't wait for the pieces of the puzzle to come together so you can see who's connected to who, just like Dominique Kramer was connected to Richard Arline. Richard Arline was connected to the other John Doe. Then you got you have Jahonda Pace, who's connected to Dominique. So that four right there alone is all connected. We know Kitty Jones was probably disconnected. Asante McGee was never connected. Then you have, Azriel being around when Joycelyn was around, and then their parents got connected. Then you have all these other people that just came up out the woodworks, y'all. And they all somehow have a connection to one another. And I will just throw in allegedly, just for the sake of argument and not putting out false information, allegedly, but it is confirmed that Dominique, Jahonda, Richard Arline, John Doe number 2, all for sure connected. They know each other, and we do know Bubba to be connected to Jahonda. And so, with all this information coming out in the courts, with all we know about, him allegedly pleading the fifth, I don't know that to be a fact because I wasn't there when he supposedly had testified and done that. So I can't confirm that totally, but if it's out there, it's out there. It's just so much stuff that went down. And baby, you trying to go? You don't want to go around the way you just walked? Did you go that way? I mean, you don't want to be on camera? Okay, go ahead, babe. Go ahead. You can walk by. You said no. They right. That was good. You so silly. Put you on camera. Look, y'all. I love you, baby. All right. He's so silly, y'all. He is so silly. So anyway, yes, I want to see Cannon do his thing with Drea on the stand. I don't know if Drea is going to be testifying or not. I'm not sure who's going to be testifying. It's only 2 days this week of testimony, which is Thursday and Friday. So, you're just going to have to wait and see what comes out when it comes out, One thing about me, I'm a very private person. I don't like to tell all of what I got going on and how I be moving and all that. So, if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. You just have to wait and see, because, again, we all here to get all this information out. And, yes, I agree with you. I can't wait for Mechanic either, because Mechanic is, I'm talking about, he's a mechanic. I mean, I'm talking about he putting in new engines, he putting in radiators, he putting in thermostats, he's changing water pumps, and you know what I'm saying? I mean, the man is a mechanic. He rebuilding engines and making them new again. So when Kels come up out of here, Kels will be a new man. And I personally shook Mechanic's hand, aka Canic. I shook his hand and I told him, I said, get Kels out of this. And I'm not going to tell you what he said, but he told me what he told me, and I believe what he said to me, and I trust what he said. And if you are watching Mechanic, I want you to know that I have so much respect for you that I literally look up to you like another Johnny Cochran, okay? You by yourself is a force to be reckoned with, okay? I mean, you is demolishing them up on that stand. Why this information is not going out to the public, I don't know. But after speaking to someone in the media, was told to me that is the reason it's lump-sided right now is because it's a prosecutor's turn right now that's on the stand, and so what they're doing is only presenting what the prosecutor is doing. They're not presenting to you what Mechanic is doing, aka Canic is doing. I disagree with that. I'm balanced here. I'm bringing both the prosecution cross as well as the defense cross, because with me over here, I don't want to leave a T uncrossed or I undotted, okay? So I want to make sure that I'm crossing my T's and dotting my I's, and I'm definitely bringing it to you in a balanced way so you can hear not only what the prosecutor is saying and how they're crossing their witnesses versus aka Mechanic is crossing the government's witnesses and shutting them all down, exposing their lies, poking holes all up and through it, making it so just created so many doubts, y'all. There are so many doubts in this case that this is a falsified case. These women are lying. These women have not been truthful. They're basically not admitting to what's in black and white and what they sat down and discussed with the government. So now when Canic is up there and he's crossing them up, then he asking them, well, who was in the room with you when you had this interview with the government as well as the prosecutors? Was it just you and them in the room? Yes, it was just me and them in the room. Okay, so it's safe to say that this statement was given by you and them in the room. They recorded this. They had a reporter recording all of what you said in your statements. So why is your statement not the same as what's being said? It's 100% not true. I disagree. I didn't say that. I don't recall. I don't recall. So all you're hearing is I don't recall. So if you didn't say it, and the only people was in the room with you was you and the prosecutor and the government, then if you're not lying, then you trying to say they lying? They added this in your statement. They put this in your statement. They made it appear as if their narrative was accurate. So it's really thick in that courtroom when Canic is up there crossing these witnesses, these government witnesses, and two of them really came in there in favor for R. Kelly. When they crossed up the government's witness, like I said, even Kate to me was a great witness. They stopped her from going further into her testimony because they was like, when Canic got to crossing her, he specifically asked her, when you said you had herpes in 2001, you found out in 2001 you had allegedly had herpes, right? But you stayed for 3 more years and ended your relationship in 2004 with these herpes, right? You kept having a sexual relationship with R. Kelly with these alleged herpes, right? Then after you ended the relationship in 2004, you went on to a settlement. You went and got a lawyer. What's the lawyer's name? Susan Logan. Now, why was Daryl McDavid named in her lawsuit? Why was Daryl and Winkler named in the lawsuit for Kate to settle out that $200,000? That doesn't make any sense to me if this is against R. Kelly. But somehow Daryl McDavid's name is all up and through the paperwork, y'all. There's some accounting issues going on with this man selling these settlements in R. Kelly's behalf, and his name is all up on the dotted lines, all up and through the documents. That's an issue, okay? Now, you have it to where Kate was asked on cross by Canick. He said, Canick asked Kate, so after you settled your settlement for $200,000 of these false, well, I ain't gonna say false, but these alleged herpes cases, isn't it true you wanted to go back and date Mr. Kelly? She said yes. Isn't it true you called R. Kelly several times? She said yes. She stayed in communications and she tried to get back with R. Kelly after she settled the $200,000 because she must have didn't do it from a righteous place. It must have been did out of somebody trying to extort Mr. Kelly out of $200,000. And maybe she didn't get that money and maybe she had to turn it over to somebody. I'm just saying, this is me on the outside of my personal opinion. Maybe she had to give that money to somebody else and couldn't keep it and wanted to go back where the grass was greener at and the benefits was rolling on in. Like she said, she could get all up freely through that house. She could walk from one room to the next. She could use the bathroom whenever she wanted to. If she got hungry, all she had to do was pick up the phone. There was a menu right there and she could just order whatever she wanted, and she waited on the runners or the assistants or the drivers to go pick up the food and bring her back the food. She didn't have to do nothing. I mean, she was living the life, y'all. She was living the life. Then they said to her, Canick said to her on cross, he said, so isn't it true that when you tried to get back with Mr. Kelly, and the reason you couldn't get back with Mr. Kelly is because he was working on his family? That's when him and Andrea Kelly got together. He started working on his family. He didn't want to be promiscuous anymore. He turned out to be monogamous and wanted to be in a relationship with the mother of his children and work on their family that they had created. And that's when the judge said, sidebar. She shut Canick down. She didn't want no more information coming about that doggone witness. That witness was in the benefit of Robert Sylvester Kelly. That girl still loves this man to this day. I think if she could get back with him tomorrow, she would, if not today. Okay? So that's my personal opinion. Again, that's my personal opinion, but that's exactly what happened in the court. The judge did a sidebar. When the sidebar was over, they walked that witness right up off that stand. They didn't say another word to that witness. That witness was done and through, and they didn't want to hear nothing else from her because she was not benefiting the prosecution. She was benefiting Robert Sylvester Kelly with her entire statement from the time they tried to get her to trick her up. She was 27 years old, first of all, when she met R. Kelly, okay? She wasn't underage. She's a white Caucasian lady, so it's not like he just wanted to be with a sister or a Latina or anything else. He said he loved all women, okay? Kel said, all women. Free R. Kelly! Free R. Kelly! Free R. Kelly! I'm just saying, y'all, he loved all women. And he wasn't talking about the underage women. He's talking about the legal women, okay? And again, his lifestyle is on trial. This is not about no man act, and this is my personal opinion. This does not reflect the opinion of the facts of the matter that will come out during trial. This is personally Pieces of the Puzzle's opinion. That man lifestyle to me is on trial. His Dino is on trial. They want to know where his Dino went, where his Dino drove to, what states his Dino was in, having sex, consensual sex. You have it to where FR got up there and made an accusation that R. Kelly had a gun sitting on a chair next to him while he asked her to perform oral sex. And she did it because she was intimidated. She was fearful. She was scared. And she just did it on his behalf. And she, for about 30 minutes, okay? And then after that, you was intimidated. There's a gun on the chair. You scared for your dear life. You fly the hell up out of there. Then you call R. Kelly 2-3 days later. Can I come meet you at the next state? Can you send for me, Zaddy? Daddy, can you send for me? I want to go to, where you going next? You going to Chicago? I want to go to Chicago. You going to LA? I want to go to LA. You going to Las Vegas? I want to go to Las Vegas. She want to go wherever he was at. After you saw a gun and he allegedly forced you to suck him off? I mean, damn. His Dino is on trial. There's no man act because everything was consensual. These women had consensual relationships with this man. These women was not forced to sit in no van. They was not forced to not be able to use the bathroom. When you hear about, well, why did he argue with one of the alleged associates of his, which was the Mayweather lady, about taking off one of the girls off of the tour bus? And again, I will reiterate this. If you a high profile celebrity such as R. Kelly, okay, and you got the tour bus and you're trailing to go to the next state over, the next city, or wherever y'all traveling to, and somebody just randomly pulls the bus over and gets off this bus, you don't know how many people could be following this bus and want to harm R. Kelly or anyone associated to the man. So yeah, he didn't go off. He just was like, don't do that no more. I mean, that's the right thing to do. They try to make it appear as traveling and having meeting up with a sexual consensual partner is a crime. If that's a crime, I mean, I can't leave Chicago no more. I just flew from New York to Chicago to fucking suck all on my daddy. And you mean to tell me I could possibly be, he could be possibly charged with a man act? Damn, I'm not gonna never travel again to fuck him and do the things that I like to do to please him and please me and retire. You know, I ain't gonna be able to do it. And not only that, but then when I leave here and I go back home to California and I travel back, I can't fuck him. I don't know how many days can go by before I can actually have consensual sex with my man. And if something should go wrong the day of tomorrow and we're no longer together, I could just go make charges and say, well, you sent me from Chicago to California, back to Chicago to New York, and New York back on several occasions for sex. So now it's not normal to go meet up with a consensual, a sexual partner and have consensual sex. If that's the case, this world is coming to a bad end, y'all. Don't even travel no more. You can't even drive. You might as well just walk. I guess it's walking. Can I walk from Chicago to New York? Can I walk from California to Chicago to get some dick? I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. This is going too far. So it's so much stuff that's coming out, you guys, that is just making it like what's normal is going to be now abnormal and will be brought charges against somebody if you guys decide you want to go out there and travel for sex. Okay, I mean, damn, I know I done flew in a few times to a few places. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying this is not okay, you guys. So this law that they're putting in place with the Mann Act and this RICO and things of that nature, ain't gonna be able to do it. So with all that being said, let me start reading some of y'all comments before I get up out of here. I don't want to keep you guys extremely long. We're not going to do 10, 12-hour lives. I'm going to keep them down to a minimum. I just want to get all the information out to you guys and just make sure that I'm showing love to you guys in the chat for you guys' continued support of the channel. As many of you guys are here, I appreciate you guys. We almost reached even up to 300. So shout out to every last one of you guys. I do appreciate y'all. So Pool BJ says, they know what they're doing. The media did the same thing to Michael Jackson. That's why people never heard the truth. Dolly said he without sin cast the first stone. Yes. Regina Thomas says, I'm sure Mechanic told Kels about you. You literally renamed him. He loves his name, y'all. Don't get me wrong. When I say Mechanic, he turned around. I don't know if you guys see one of my thumbnails, and here I have the actual photo that I took with my own phone of Mechanic. And just, you know, reaching out to him and talking to him. You know, this is a great photo of him because you can see the smile on his face when I spoke to him and I graced his presence. He graced mine. This is the photo that I took of Mechanic. Yes, I cracked my screen, but hey, look at that smile. I mean, isn't that smile just to die for it? That man is awesome. Shout out to Mechanic, man. Mechanic. You know what I'm saying? Did you read today's news article in the Chicago Tribune about the Tasha K and the former prison employee leaking? Yes, that's what we just discussed. Yes, Marsha Hauser, thank you. Yaya said Jack won up. That's right. Orgasmic says R. Kelly first case couldn't have been in a better place. And we know ladies love Kels. Ow. Lady Call Train says, I just read online that the person who leaked information, a well-known blogger, is having their laptop, etc., checked by the government. Baby, they coming in and they is confiscating phones. They need all her phone numbers, her phone records, all communication. They about to put these pieces to Tasha K's puzzle together. And for when she didn't want to release that information is coming out, you guys. And it's nothing nobody could do about it because the feds got that case now. And a lot of people kept telling her she was going to go to jail. She got too close to this case. And one thing I don't ever want to do is get too close to something, too close to comfort, baby. Lady, that is a fact. That's coming from Felisa. Lady Caltran says all of this is just crazy. Dolly says these girls faked their ID, not Kelly. How did they get there? Ella Saw says, meanwhile, Robert had children with Drea. Really, Kate? Mm-hmm. T.S. Bell said, these people are just sickening and unbelievable. The lies are outright in everyone's face. Yes, it is. It's going to continue to come out. Wait until Mechanic gets the cross. Wait till the district attorney or the prosecutor rest their case and they have no more witnesses to bring in, and then it turns over to the defense. Wait till all the information that's going to come out really going to hit the fan, and that's when you guys are going to see the change in the events and how Kels is innocent and all this stuff was just a hoax, a hoax, a hoax. Kenya Willis says, word on these streets, Tasha K out here breaking HIPAA laws, got people looking through Kel's medical record. Mm-hmm. Diane Les says, I know Robert is coming home and suing everybody and putting them all in jail. I know that's right. If he knew better, he'd do better, for sure. And get testing for people that's just, you know, you want to just confirm stuff. You don't want to just go off of word of mouth. You want to make sure DNA tests are put in place, because this man has been through so much. I would hate for him to just take the word of someone, and this is no shade or anything, and I wasn't trying to be shady. I'm just saying, I'm looking at this from a different lens, and all I'm saying is get a test, confirm that people who they say they are who they are. Then you ain't got to worry about getting slandered, getting talked about, getting said things about this person, that person. Just shut it up with a confirmation. Confirmation ain't going to do nothing but just clear the air, baby. It's going to clear the air. Lady Caltran says, Lord have mercy. They wanted to change this man into a one-woman man, when in reality he appreciates a variety, and they couldn't handle it. Exactly. Yes, we already talked about Tasha K. Yes, this is crazy. If Kelly was stalking school cameras, proof needed. Exactly. Ms. Wanda says, or was going to try and get more, but he wasn't having it. Right. I'm going to have to watch the beginning because I was late. Okay. Yell it to all those fools in the back that the truth going over most people's head. Absolutely. Shout out to Sis for putting this in there so you guys know where to find me at. Those heifers just made mad they can't be there anymore. Mm-hmm. Her story, the one only that made any sense, right? At least his questions will plant that seed in the jury's mind. Absolutely. This isn't a trial, it's a mistrial. Absolutely. What's going on? Tasha K has somebody in the hospital that let her know about Wendy Williams' husband, mistress, having a baby. That was a violation of HIPAA as well. Yes, it is, because it was the truth. Free R. Kelly, free R. Kelly, free R. Kelly. This is sad. About time the truth is coming out. Was Kate the Sarah lady? No, that was not her. Faith Rogers says she don't even treat her alleged herpes, most likely because she don't have it. Okay. When Joycelyn going to testify, do you know? I do not know. Hey girl, checking in late, pieces of the puzzle. Thank you. Always love yourself first. And lies. Yes, they're just compiled with lies. They tell, right, how he put it in the whole 9. Okay, 30 minutes. I'm telling y'all. And then said if we go to the movies, we're gonna be in the movies for 2 hours. That means he wants to get his dick sucked for 2 hours. 2 hours? Is you serious? Lord have mercy on the 2 hours. You hoes out there got some deep though, man. I mean, I'm just saying, I ain't gonna be able to do it. I am late. What in the buzz? Okay, hell, I wouldn't be surprised if the officer says R. Kelly made them do it. That's the same lie everyone else seems to be using. Okay, Eric, for real. I'm gonna highlight you, Eric. That's real talk. Historically, it's always been about what the baby mama is doing with his Dino in America. Right. Hey, I met a young woman I thought looked 18 in the store. Her mom came and said 14, yet dressed like she was grown. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. She reasonably thought he would shoot her if she didn't suck for 30 minutes, right? And really got up there and said that on the stand, though. But then after all this happened, you flew back to San Antonio, went home, took a shower, laid down, and thought about it, said, shit, that nigga wasn't gonna shoot me. I don't know why I even told that lie. Daddy! Diana Copeland, can you please send me the next ticket to the next city? I don't give a damn if he got a gun or herpes. Just send me to the next location. Send me your location and focus on communication. They need to stop this, man. I'm telling y'all, they need to stop. I believe all of these women were in love with R. Kelly, but see, when the feds came out of them, they thought they was gonna to get a deal and make money and all this off of R. Kelly. They did, and that's why they were trying to write books. That's why Faith immediately went to go try to get a book deal. Even the rat Clary tried to go and get a book deal right after she flipped in January. Already in February the 5th, she already got an agent and somebody who's willing to help her write a book, and was having her review, the proposals of the book and how the book was going to go out. I mean, this stupid stuff. I mean, if this man abused you, you don't immediately go try to get a book deal. You immediately go get some help. Now, she done went got some help, and then she would have got some therapy, and then she would have just downplayed this and made it. It ain't what you do, it's how you do it. I'm telling you, you want to get away with something, you got to be around some real hustlers. And seeing them fools down there in the East Coast, not all of them, but the ones that try to do this dumbness don't know no better. Because see, us on the West Coast, we already ahead of this stuff. So when I see stuff like this is a repeat to me. This is like a rerun. I've already seen this 20 years ago, and to see it 20 years later is a crack. I'm cracking the F up, y'all. It's that much funnier to me because, again, being a West Coast chick, we ahead of all this stuff. Y'all not pulling the wool over our heads. In order to wow us, you really got to do something we ain't never seen before in order to wow us. Definitely out racketeering and sex trafficking. They worried about the man's sex life is sickening. Yeah, they worried about his promiscuous relationships and the women that was willing to be there, knowing that there were other women around. Everybody was okay with it. Like the girl said, we was a family. And let me just see if I can pull that up too, because that's what she said. Okay, let's get that interview going. And she said that.
Sex with R. Kelly when she was 17. Is that true?
No, that is a lie. That is a lie. I was not having sex with him at 17.
She was not
Why
having
would they
sex
want
at
to lie
17.
about you, their daughter?
Okay, so
Here it goes.
when I first met Robert,
This is the
my
truth.
parents told me to lie about my age.
She said that on the stand.
So when I met him, he thought that I was 18. On
Mm.
top of that, when I was 17, my parents were actually making me, trying to get me to take photos with him,
She said
take
this.
sexual videos with him, all kinds of stuff.
Wait. Your parents encouraged you to do sexual videos with R. Kelly?
Yes. And they said because if they ever have to blackmail him, what they're trying to do now, they can use it against him, which is exactly what they're doing.
And that's crazy because she said this on Gayle King, and she also said this on trial. So that was the truth. The girl wasn't lying in this interview. Her parents was trying to extort R. Kelly, lying to her, telling her to say she was 18, knowing she was 17. Then they tried to get business deals with them. I mean, the mama wanted to work for R. Kelly. She wanted to be his driver. She wanted to be his assistant. The daddy wanted to do a dildo proposal. Then he wanted to be the lightning, part of the lightning show. I mean, they wanted a job in any way that they could get one.
Joycelyn, I see you nodding a lot with what she's saying. Why are you nodding in agreement with
what
she's
true.
saying?
Because everything that she's saying is true. Our parents are basically out here just to get money and
your parents. You're saying the same as saying.
Well, both of our parents are basically out here to trying to get money and scam.
And see, that's why the Savage don't want Joycelyn to get up there, because his truth is about to hit the fan the same way that Clary's hit the fan. Okay, when I tell y'all that it's coming out, it is coming out. Oh Lord, can you imagine what Joycelyn is going to say? And remember, some of these witnesses for the government was not really there because they wanted to be there. They were there because they were subpoenaed to be there. That means that the government forced them to be there. So just like the Mayweather lady, the Suzette Mayweather, she really didn't want to be there. She wasn't trying to throw R. Kelly under the bus. She was just there because she was subpoenaed to be there. And they asked her, do you want to be here? She said no. Just like Raymond Edmond did not want to be there either. Now they're subpoenaing Joycelyn on the government side to have Joycelyn come in and testify against R. Kelly, and she doesn't want to be there. So just because some of these government witnesses are testifying, don't think that they're for the government. They're there because they're forced to be there. Okay, so I want to make sure I'm being clear with you guys about what the government is trying to do here. They're making his associates look like they turn against him, but in all actuality, they're just forced to be there. And if they don't come, they will have a bench warrant. Who wants to go to jail? Nobody. I can't do 10 seconds in the holding tank. Don't even put a cuff on me because it ain't for me. I done been down that road and I ain't going back down that road ever again, especially after I escaped from jail. And yes, I have an escape on my record. So every time I go to jail, I'm getting locked the fuck up like a triple max type of lockup. They ain't put me with the popular generation or the popular gen. They put me by myself in segregation. They're gonna separate me from everybody. So me go back to jail, I walk a fine line. That's what I tell you. I ain't get caught up in this mess. No, siree, Bob. Not next. Not the puzzle, and definitely not gonna put no pieces in prison with my name on it. I ain't gonna be able to do it. No, free Hollywood is what y'all gonna be saying. And I'm talking about get me the F out of there. The moment they put the cuff on me, just uncuff me. Because as soon as you try to put me in the back of that truck, I'm hyperventilating. I got claustrophobic and shit. I can't breathe. I wear the windows there. Oh my God. Oh, no more locked doors. Yes.
Because they didn't agree on what happened, with music or wherever it could be. And they're just very upset.
This is the first time hearing, to be honest with you, that your parents were trying to get money from R. Kelly.
Okay.
Because your father told a very different story to me last night.
She said, yeah, well.
He's the manipulator. He's very manipulative.
He's very manipulative.
He's the one you need to watch out for.
You gotta watch out for that clarity.
My dad and my mom, they started to send threats to both me and him.
And she
they
said,
"Oh, I'll put all your naked pictures all over the world. I'm going to ruin you. I'm going to ruin him. If he doesn't send $20,000 to this bank account by Monday, I'm going to put everything out there and then $10,000 after that." You're trying to solicit me like I'm some hoe. I'm not. I'm your child.
Ooh, she said all this on the stand. They wanted $20,000 up front for R. Kelly having sex with their daughter. Her exact words was, "You're fucking my daughter. I need $20,000. Then the next thing was $10,000 every month thereafter since you're fucking my daughter. And the daughter said that the parents treated her like a hoe and a prostitute. And I truly agree. Her parents treated her like a hoe and a prostitute and really wanted to sell that ass for $20,000 and $10,000 every month that he stayed with the prostitute that the parents was selling. So the parents need to go to jail for soliciting and sex trafficking their child, okay? Parents are sex trafficking their children, and these parents need to go to jail. Now, I saw somebody in the comment come in here and say that R. Kelly is a predator and that he's hungry for children. Baby, you got the wrong R. Kelly, because what these women have said, ain't no hunger in this man for no young women or none of the nature, okay? So go check your facts, because wherever you getting it from ain't been fact checked, okay? We like Carfax over here. We fact check everything. We don't put out false information over here. So you come here, you coming to get some real information about what these people said. I'll quote what coming out their mouth, and then I'm gonna throw my own little input on it or my emphasis on it or anything like that. But everything that's been said comes from them. So get your facts correct. You're at the wrong platform to try to say a man is guilty of things that it has been proven so far in the court to this day. These women were lying, man, and conspiring, all for a dollar and all for a book deal and all for a celebrity status and all to get on the Emmys and take pictures on the red carpet like they done something. Who does that? A real victim is not about to be on nobody's red carpet. You barely gonna see them even want to show their face and put themselves out here. So the fact that they did it so suddenly just speaks for they jumped the gun. They jumped the gun.
Yeah, you sound very angry with your parents. You sound very angry and very pained.
She's dramatic as hell.
Why you're crying. Tell me.
I'm crying because you guys don't know the truth. You guys believe it's a facade that our parents are saying. This is all lies for money. And if you can't see that, you're ignorant and you're stupid as because you want to be. All because that's the world we live in. Negativity sells. Gossip is what sells. Rumors are what sells.
But Jerusalem and Azrael, this is more than gossip. This is more than just rumors. These are decades of allegations against Robert Kelly.
We're not here to talk about decades. We're here to talk about what our parents are doing right now. Right. And what they're doing right now is all for money. Right.
Now, both sets of parents deny ever asking
Of course
Kelly
they're gonna
for money
deny.
or receiving money from him. You know,
They said they didn't get no money from R. Kelly, but R. Kelly sat there and sent airline tickets to Alice Clary, flew her out, had a hotel for her, and her daughter testified on the stand she didn't want to stay in that same hotel. She wanted her own hotel. Lady, you're trying to get too much for nothing, honey. I mean, beggars can't be choosers around here, but according to these parents, they was being some damn beggars and some choosers and just doing too much. And yes, they did exactly what they told their daughter they want to do. They're going to slander this man. They're going to use his past against him. They're going to bring out all these accusations from the past that he was acquitted of just to revamp up all these old accusations and make it appear as if R. Kelly was doing things that he was accused of in the past and was acquitted of all over again. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. You beat something as serious as this, you ain't going back to it again. I'm sorry, because I have yet to go back to jail after I didn't escape. So I know for a fact, if you get away with one thing, you ain't about to do it again. So these people just wanted him to do it again because they was trying to get money out of him. They was trying to work with him. He didn't want to work with these people. They were a bunch of bums. They were beggars, and they were sloppy lads. You know what I mean? Big hips wider than the woman. I mean, thicker than the king size snicker on a man. I mean, you could tell he was bending it over and busting it wide open for somebody. And I ain't gonna say it was his wife unless she had that dildo that he was trying to promote to R. Kelly with the likeliness of R. Kelly. And I'm just saying, I have every right to my opinion, okay? So anyway, with that being said, you guys, I think that was my commentary for today. There's more to come. Stay tuned. We'll continue to break down this R. Kelly case as it resumes this week. We'll get all the information that's coming out in the public. I think I'm going to rest out because I'm tired. I haven't had no rest. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to see Hollywood back in the building, I don't beg. I don't ask. But it will all is appreciated. So do what you can if you can. If you can't, I ain't even gonna use the words. You can see it on the screen. Let it speak for itself. Do what you can. If you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. I will match anybody that can put up whatever they are able. You know, and let's see what happens. Coming this week, you know what I'm saying? I'm full of surprises. You know how I be moving or whatever, but I have spent a lot of my resources to bring all this information to you all, and Lord knows. I want to continue to be in the midst so that I can be able to see everything that comes out. I want to bring it to you out my own ears, my own eyes, what I see, and I'm going to leave it at that. But I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I love every one of you guys. Thank you guys for trusting in me to bring you guys that real raw uncut information, and again, shout out to the brother who graced my presence the other day. Shout out to Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. That was just amazing to be a part of a historic person. If you guys not familiar with who Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. is, please go check out Judas and the Black Messiah. That was his dad who was assassinated at the end of the movie. His dad was the leader of the Black Panthers movement here in Chicago, Illinois, and his mother was carrying him prior to the assassination, and he was born shortly thereafter. And his dad, again, happy belated birthday to Chairman Fred Hampton Sr. in heaven, because his birthday was August the 30th. He is a Virgo just like myself. So, hey, great people think alike, great minds always comes together. And so, again, if you guys have not seen it, check out Judas and the Black Messiah. I meant to promote that the other day. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, share the video. And if you're not subscribed to his channel, please go over there, subscribe to all his platforms. The description is in my latest video with Fred Hampton, Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. himself, okay? So, again, I will see you guys on the next one. And I like to leave you guys with a little bit of, it's not supposed to be like this for R. Kelly. So free R. Kelly is what I'm going to continue to yell. Pieces.
Red's not supposed to be green, like face not supposed to be seen. The sky's not
not supposed to touch the ground. And a square's not supposed to be round. The moon's not supposed to touch the sun. And a two is not supposed to be a one. And the heart's not supposed to weigh a ton. And forever's not supposed to be done. Winter's not supposed to come in June. And I am not supposed to have the blues. There are so many things that are not supposed to be. Hey, except you and me. There are so many things that are not supposed to be. Ooh, baby. Yeah, except you and me. Life's not supposed to be long. Yeah, no one is supposed to be alone. Understanding is not supposed to be confused. And the wind is not supposed to lose. Like fire's not supposed to freeze. Or like joy is not supposed to grieve. Like you are not supposed to leave. What I said I'm not supposed to mean. He is not supposed to have your heart. Maybe we are not supposed to be apart. There are so many things that are not supposed to be said. You and me. There are so many things that are not supposed to be. Hey, baby. It seems just like no seasons changing. On this earth with no creation. Oh, heart with no feelings. Or a sickness without healing. Just like a frozen spring. Or a bird with no wings. Just like a song out of key. That's how my life would be. Like the night skies with no stars. A lonely road. No hope and never walks in the park. That's how it would be if we were apart. Ooh. There are so many things, yeah, except love. So many things that are not supposed to be. Like having nowhere to be. Like having nowhere to be. Like having no rain for the sea. There are so many things that's not supposed to be. Not supposed to be.
Except you and me, baby. Yeah, yeah. Pieces. See you guys on the next one. Free R. Kelly is all I'm yelling.